So I usually post book content on this channel, but I've been thinking about this crazy influencer encounter. This happened around like 4 years ago, and I was on a plane to Australia. I had never been to Australia before. I was, on my own. I had basically packed up my entire life into 2 big suitcases, and I was going on this long haul, 13-hour flight to Sydney, completely by myself. I was stressed, I was scared, I was anxious, but I was also really excited at like my future. It was like a very bittersweet moment for me. I get ready to board this plane to Sydney. I realized that I am one of like 20 people on this entire flight. This was COVID times. I think it was like 2021. Australia was still in lockdown, so you needed like a travel exemption or some kind of like extenuating circumstances for the Australian government to allow you to enter the country. I should probably clarify that I'm not Australian, I'm American, but for certain reasons I needed to physically be in Australia. And I have essentially the entire cabin to myself. I don't think there was like anyone in my row. I was just like really contemplating life, watching movies, honestly crying. Like I was going through a lot at the time. And we get to the point where there's like 2 hours left of the flight before we land in Sydney. And around this time, a woman decides to just spawn out of nowhere and sit next to me. And so she sits down and we just start chatting. She tells me that she's an influencer and that she makes content and that she's like pretty much usually based in LA, but she is Australian. And her management had actually fully paid for her first class ticket back to Australia. My jaw dropped a little bit at that, not gonna lie, because I was looking at the prices for a first class ticket on that flight and they started at like 5,000 US dollarinos. So it was expensive. And she was going back to Australia for a really lucrative business opportunity. And then she asks me if I can help her film a TikTok. And then I'm just like, okay, you know what? Like, fine. I've just been like kind of sitting here this entire flight and we've got like 2 hours left to kill. So like, why not? She gets up and we go to the end of this plane where there's like a bathroom at the back and I start filming her for her TikTok. I can only describe what she's doing as a TikTok dance trend. She was basically twerking against a bathroom stall. And so she was asking me to take multiple takes, like multiple shots, different angles. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But as I'm filming her, I notice out of the corner of my eye, this flight attendant, and she does not look happy at all.